Hi, boys and girls. Good morning. I hope you're having a good day. I'm glad we're in school together and we're not stuck at home. Okay, today we're going to read a story about wild weather, and we're going to make some inferences today as we're reading. So today we're going to be talking about a narrative nonfiction. Narrative nonfiction, it usually gives information and facts about a real topic, visuals such as maps and diagrams with text, in ways that visuals and words help readers understand the text. So if you look, it falls under the nonfiction umbrella. Okay. Making inferences. Authors don't say everything readers need to know or understand in the text. Authors expect smart readers to use clear clues to figure out something on their own. This is called making an inference. So when you make inferences, you use clues to make smart guesses about something the author doesn't tell you. So clues from the text and pictures plus clues from what you already know equal an inference. Today we will answer a multiple choice question by inferring and using the race strategy because this will help us think about the text. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and move myself over here. Okay. High up along a mountain trail, a hiker sat and folded an original origami bird. "It sure is sunny," she said. As she held the bird high, a gust of wind lifted the paper. The bird began to fly. "Whoa, how did it get so windy?" Just then the bird spotted a duck flying nearby. "Hey there, what's your name?" The bird remembered the hiker had said Sunny. "Sunny, I think." "Oh, I'm Chuck. Nice to meet you, Sunny. Say, I've got a real problem. My wife, Natasha, is missing. We were trying to fly away from here." So why were Chuck and Natasha trying to fly away? Make an inference and see what you think. Okay, good. "Why do you want to leave?" Sunny asked. "The mountain valley looked nice enough." "Aren't you a bird? Most birds fly south for the winter. The wind is making flying tough." "Where did all this wind come from?" Okay, so was your inference right? Is that why you thought he was flying away? Looking for his wife and then flying away? "It's simple," he said. "The sun heats the land, making the air above it warm." I'm going to move over here. "The sun heats the land, making the air above it warm. The warm air rises, cool air rushes to take the place of the warm air. And because Earth spins, wind can come up from any direction." "So do you think the wind carried Natasha away?" Sunny asked. "I hope not," Chuck said. She was right next to me, but then she disappeared." So look how the graph shows cold air moving in as the warm air moves up. So what causes warm air to rise? A, the earth spins all the time. B, the sun heats the land, making the air above it warm. Or C, the mountain valley is nice. All right, tell me your answer. Shout it out at the screen. B is correct. Look, and if you go back into your text, it tells you exactly right up here. The sun heats the land, making the air above it warm. Oh, let me go back. Okay. Ooh, I missed a couple pages, I think. Let me go back here. Gotta go back this way. Okay, there we go. Now let's go to the next one. A drop of water struck Sunny's wing. "Just what we need. It's raining. Fly underneath me." "Sunny, I don't think wet paper is good for flying." "Clouds and rain? How did they get here?" Check out the water cycle chart. It explains how clouds form and rain falls. Wow, that's pretty simple, really. So look at that up there at the water cycle. It says the sun heats water on the ground, turning it into invisible gas. Gas rises, cools, and turns into water droplets. Water droplets combine and fall into the rain. And right here, water droplets clump together to form a clouds, and then water droplets combine and fall as rain. So let's make an inference. Why do you think Sunny says that the water cycle is pretty simple? Okay, because look, it's just 4 little steps. The sun heats the water on the ground, turning it into invisible gas. The gas rises, cools, and turns into water droplets. Water droplets come together to make a cloud, and then it rains. So rain is just a bunch of tiny droplets, Sunny said. That doesn't seem so bad. Normal rainstorms are fine, but thunderstorms can make lightning and heavy rain. When too much rain falls all at once, a flood can form. Whoa! Hang on, Chuck yelled. Hail is falling. Hail? Sunny chirped. What's that? Sometimes storm clouds called cumulo... Cumulonimbus clouds form. Water droplets in the highest part of the cloud bounce around and freeze into ice pellets, Chuck said. The pellets hit water droplets and the hail gets bigger. And once the hail is too heavy for it falls, Sunny asked. And once the hail is too heavy, it falls? Sunny asked. You got it, Chuck shouted. Come on, let's head for the woods. Isn't there any way to know when the weather will get wild? There is! Meteorologists study and predict weather. They use tools to help them. Weather tools? Sunny asked. Like what? Anemometer. I'm having trouble reading today. Anemometer. They have instruments to measure wind, speed, and directions, Chuck explained, and radar to track rain and thunderstorms. Meteorologists even use satellites in our outer space to track how and where the clouds move. So now I want you to infer. Why do you think studying clouds is important and an important part of a meteorologist's job? Think about it. Okay, let's go to the next one. Sunny shivered. His papery body was growing cold. Natasha is lost, and it will snow any day now, Chuck quacked sadly. So what's the big deal with snow? It's a bit different than hail. The water vapor turns into ice crystals. The ice crystal clings together to other crystals and forms a snowflake. That doesn't sound so bad, Sunny said. If the ground and air are cold enough, the snowflakes pile up and cover the ground, Chuck quacked. The lakes freeze, and it's tough for birds like us to find food. Oh, so that's why you fly south. I'm not flying south without my wife, Natasha, Chuck quacked. Where are you? How's the weather down there? Down south? It's much warmer, but the weather can get wild there too. What do you mean? Sunny asked. Heat is measured in temperature, Chuck explained. When the air is hot, the temperature is high. A low temperature means cold. It means it's cool. That makes sense, Sunny said. Too much heat can hurt people, plants, even animals, Chuck quacked. During a heat wave, the temperature and humidity stay high for 2 more days. I wouldn't want to be stuck in one of these, Sunny said. Where was the worst heat wave on record? That would be down under. The temperature in Marby Bar, Australia was over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 degrees Celsius, for 160 days in a row in 1923. Hot days, mate. Where is Natasha? She couldn't have just disappeared. What happened to those trees? A tornado came through here years ago, Chuck said. What's a tornado? Sunny asked. Now I want you to infer or make a good guess. Why are some of the trees in the picture broken off? If you're thinking because a tornado took them down, then your inference was right. It's a funnel of wind that forms in the sky and wrecks what it touches on the ground, Chuck said. Tornadoes form during a thunderstorm. They are more likely to occur over flat land. But how? Sonny asked. When the wind in a storm changes directions, increases speed, and rises, it makes the air below it spin. Rising air pushes the spinning column of air downward until it's vertical. The spinning funnel of air speeds up, forming a tornado. Tornadoes are usually determined to be weak, strong, or violent. The violent ones can have winds in excess of 200 miles per hour. They can destroy homes. Only 2% of tornadoes are violent. I had no idea weather could be so scary, Sonny said. That's nothing. My cousin Frank almost got caught in a hurricane once. A hurricane? I'm afraid to even ask. A hurricane forms in summer or fall, Chuck said. It forms over an ocean and moves towards land. Does it make lots of wind like a tornado? Asked Sonny. Yes. Strong winds rotate around the eye of the storm, said Chuck. The spinning storm picks up energy from the warmth of the ocean. When it hits land, high winds and heavy rain can damage buildings. The eye of a hurricane is the spot in the center of the storm. In the winds are light and calm. Clouds break up. Wow, that's all dangerous weather. All this dangerous weather scares me, said Sonny. Here's the thing, Sonny, Chuck said. We can't control weather, but meteorologists can warn everybody when dangerous weather is coming, and we can be prepared for it. Hey, Chuck, is that your wife? It is. Where were you, Natasha? I went back for my sunglasses. I can't fly south without them. Come with us, Sonny, Chuck said. I'd love to, Sonny said, but can I get some of those cool sunny glasses too? Okay, so what is a tornado? So let's go think back to the story and look over here at what the author said. Okay, and we're going to be thinking about what a tornado is. Okay, so do you think a tornado is a snowstorm? A tornado is a funnel of wind? A tornado is a dust storm? Or a tornado is a thunderstorm? Okay, well, why don't you go to your Pear Deck and answer that question. Some of yours might be multiple choice, and some of yours might have to write it out for an answer. Okay? All right, have a great day. Thank you for working so hard. See you later. Bye.